Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee with Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, coming to you with another reading. I hope your day was amazing. I hope it was fulfilling. I hope you are full. You went on a date. You ate really well. The conversation was enlightening and interesting. I hope that you have high hopes for the future, even if things don't seem as if they're going to go according to plan, because life is what you make it. Life is what you think it to be. Life is what you feel it to be. What you project is what you attract, and the best is always yet to come. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description. It's tellemtribetarot.com. Click like, turn on post notifications, share the video to share the wealth. Subscribe to my channel, drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. And let's get into your reading. I don't be just saying this thing for my health. Drop a comment, like, say what's up. Say what's on your mind. You feel me? All right, so your overall energy is the Six of Swords. So some of you may be moving. I feel like someone, or there's an energy of someone who's moving forward from an idea that they may have been working on for a while, and it may not be working no more. You may have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and it's just not working. You are coming to the terms that, you know what, this venture is not working. I created so many opportunities for myself. I put myself in a position to be seen in this light, and I've invested, and I've talked, and I've networked, and I've done A, B, and C, and it's just not working. So I feel like someone is just in a transition right now of moving forward from something that is not working anymore. And I feel like you gave it a good run, and that is completely okay. That's what life is all about. It's about trial and error. Some things are going to work and some things are not. And the good thing is that you tried to see if this was going to be your thing. It could have been a business venture, or it could have been a move that you made for your job in another city, in another country, another state. And it's just like, oh, hell, some of you might have been living on a boat, and you like, yep, this is the life I want to live. I want to show my family a different way of living, and show them something that once you put your shoulder to the wheel and you work towards something, you can achieve something. And you achieve doing something different to provide a different experience, but the experience is not what you anticipated, and you just like, nah, this ain't it. This is not working. The challenge with that is that it's the Queen of Pentacles. So this is something that you planned. This is something that you had in place. This is something that you were encouraged by someone who may have invested in what you had going on. Maybe you got a scholarship of some sort, or some kind of business loan for the niche that you're in. Maybe your mother-in-law or some kind of in-law invested in what you had going on, and after the fact you realize, like, oh shit, I hope she don't want it back with interest, because I do not want to do this shit no more, because I am uninterested. But it's the fact that you tried, you know, and the challenge is that you have to face this person and let them know that you don't want to do this shit no more. And it's not because you're a deadbeat person or that you're unmotivated. It's just that you tried something and you failed. And trying and failing is one thing, but trying and failing over and over and over and over and over again at that one thing, it's like, maybe it's time to try something else. Maybe you wouldn't be feeling so down and crazy if it wasn't just your money, but now that you have people invested and they're like, you know, what you doing with yourself, like, what's going on with this, that, and the third. You uprooted the family to do this, that, and the third, and we don't see nothing happening from it. So what's going on? But the cool thing about it is that, you know, you can go back to the ground you could go back to ground zero. It is a board. Like, you got to get your game pieces in order and plan this thing again, because that's what it's about. Like I said, it's trial and error. It wasn't going to be perfect. You knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but you knew you were going to be taking a calculated risk. It was calculated because you thought about this first. You didn't just jump into it, and you knew that there was a possibility that it might not work. And now that you know, it's time for you to just move on. So I feel like you're going to be moving back you may feel like you're taking a couple steps back. You may be feeling as if you are defeated. I feel like you're going to take on a sense of it's like survival mode, because you put all of your eggs in one basket. You might have even had like some kind of going away party, like everybody was celebrating with you, and like they saw you just doing your thing, like, oh my god, you moving up in the world, and now you coming back. Your guys are saying don't feel defeated, don't be embarrassed, be encouraged, and understand that you did something that was so noble, so dope, and so worthy of doing. Because a lot of people think about the things that they want to do, they sit down on it, and they allow life to happen in hopes that they could buy themselves some time to feel more courageous about taking that step towards doing what they think is right for them and their family. And you just went out there and you said, you know what, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to juggle my personal life. I'm going to juggle this new venture. I'm going to take my family on this trip. I'm going to borrow the money from my in-laws, or I'm going to take this loan out, or I'm going to do whatever the case may be. And you made it look so easy. And I feel like the reason why they invested in you is because they saw how you invested in everything else, not just monetary wise, but the way how you handle your business is just so effective, and so it's just so efficient. So this is not a loss for them per se, maybe monetary right now, but this is just a stepping stone in the right direction to show you that this is not the venture that you should be doing. Your spirit guides is saying what got you to this point is you knowing how to balance things, knowing how to feel when things aren't right, and knowing when to pull out. Like you're like the personal gambler, like the perfect gambler. You got your game face on. It's like you know when to put the money in, you know when to take the chips out. I have no clue about gambling, so I don't know if that analogy was the right one, but I like to play, little scratch off games and things, but that doesn't have anything to do with this little analogy. So get your priorities in order is what your spirit guides is saying, and try again. Your goal right now is the Two of Wands, is to just make the best decision going forward, because you know that everything is betting on your next move, and that is okay. You're feeling like, okay, I want to try this thing again in a different niche. I want to try my hand at doing A, B, and C. But you have to also now look at where you are and how much you've lost, how much you've invested, and seeing if you can pick up the pieces and at least try to take what you've learned to move forward to this next segment in life. I feel like you have a very supportive partner. I feel like you have a very supportive family. I don't think anybody's going to be coming down on you in a way where you feel like your back is against the wall. I feel like you just have to make, like a lot of the cards are saying, like, move, keep it moving, don't stop. Like you have this thing where you have to plan and plan and plan and plan and plan and plan some more, and then you lay dormant, and then you don't move for a while, and then boom, you have a burst of energy, and then you do your thing. Your guides are saying don't do that. Take your momentum of failure and turn it into power and turn it into something else, because you were supposed to fail at this to realize that this was not what you were supposed to be doing. Sorry for the yelling in the background. I have really, really, really annoying neighbors. All right, so let's see how you see the situation as the Queen of Swords. So you've seen that you made an honest mistake, but it wasn't a mistake when you started out doing it. It surprised you to realize that you can actually fail at something, because everything that you do typically works out for you. It's just because you're good at what you do. I feel like your guides are saying that you need to broaden your horizons. You need to also keep an open mind when you take this next step in this journey again of revamping and starting again. Your environment, it feels like the Tower. Yeah, this didn't work out. Obviously, it did not work out. You heard the little badass jit screaming in the background. That's how you felt on the inside. Like, what the hell? I let so many people down. So many eyes are on me. So many things are going wrong right now. But what's going right? What's going right is that you executed. What's going right is that you took a risk. And people who take risks, they eventually come up in a big way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give yourself credit for doing that, and you got to pick up the pieces and understand that just because some things fell apart in a major way, yes, doesn't mean that you're a failure. That means that you failed at one thing and you have to keep it moving. What you are afraid of is having to have that conversation with that person. So I feel like the in-laws are going to pull you in now. They like, how much more money do you need now to do this damage control? They're on your side though. They're on your side. The in-laws are on your side. Okay, so when this King of Wands energy comes to you and is like, look, like I could call in some favors, you know, whoop de whoop de whoop. Go ahead and let them call in the favors, because this ain't no loan shark. This is your family. They actually see you as family. You thought you thought that they invested in you because they wanted to see you fail, but they invested in you because you're dating their daughter, or you're dating their husband, or whatever. Not dating their husband. That was retarded. You're dating not dating, but you're married to their son. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we want to see you do well. We don't want to see you fail. They actually kind of chuckle a little bit at how hard you go, but they know that you're not trying to impress them. You're doing what comes naturally for you. So keep up that, you know, spirit that you have. Keep that optimistic spirit and take on that King of Wands energy. Delegate responsibility if you have to, but you have a loyal connection with the family, and they actually see you as an ally and not the enemy. The possible outcome is the Three of Wands. You going on this new adventure and this new beginning with trying again. I feel like you're going to have the momentum with this experience of how you failed. It's going to help you to know how to move forward now. And now you need to give yourself credit for where you've been and where you are and where you're going, because just because shit wasn't going right in the past and shit wasn't going right presently, or isn't going right presently, in hindsight, it's like, oh shit, okay, I understand why things had to fall apart. Now you have foresight, so you know how to take those necessary steps going forward. I feel like you got this. I feel like it's going to be an amazing journey going forward. I'm going to pull an oracle card to close this reading out before the little screaming kid from next door screams again. All right, so Spirit, please provide me with the closing messages for Gemini regarding this situation. I don't do career readings that often, but when I do, I do. All right, so this is something that you needed to hear, something that you needed to feel for you to keep going. This is not your opportunity to stop. This is not what this is. This is for you to keep going. It's to test your resilience, courage. Have the courage to keep it moving. Have the courage to fail. Have the courage to celebrate your wins. Have the courage to celebrate your losses. Have the courage to speak about what went wrong so that you can right your wrongs. Have the courage to speak to the people who invested in you. Have the courage to say when you fucked up, and have the courage to let go of when you fucked up so that you can change your narrative. You're not stuck. You may be thinking yourself into a frenzy like stuckness, like a hangman energy, but you're not stuck. You have to allow yourself to keep going, because when you fail, it paralyzes you, because it's just like, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could do this, but you do. You got this. You really do have this. So give yourself credit for where you are and where you are going. I'm going to go ahead and pull an angel card as well and close this reading out the right way, because it wouldn't be right if we didn't pull a message from your angels. Wouldn't be right if we didn't pull a message from the angels. All right, so what number are we rolling with? So it's gonna be 956. 956. All right. So what is the message for you before we close this reading out? All right, slow down. You earned it. Even as you think you're failing, the hard work you've put in has not gone unnoticed by your angels. In fact, they were beside you the whole time, working in their high vibrational realm to support you. Today, take a nap or a salt bath, or just be at peace and solace at your leisure. Feel the peace fall upon you. You see that? Because your spirit guides got you, and you have to trust them. So until next time, Gemini, love and light, tribe.